Stop! Police!
Oh, shit.
We have a multiple 600 in progress for most of each. Subject is 25 and appears to have shit his pants.
Get back here!
Hey, what's up? This is Community Service with Greg Conant. That's me.
Yeah. Dude, I've been podcasting so much lately. I feel like I've gotten better at it.
You have. Are we rolling?
Yes.
Oh, hey, we're
What's
fucking
up,
right into it,
dude?
dude. This is my
Aw,
fucking
man.
funny friend,
This is
Abby Roberge.
Sup, everybody?
This is his second time on the podcast.
Yeah.
No, the first podcast was because I said some shit. When Hollywood, you signed some, what's that, non-disclosure?
Signed an NDA, yeah.
NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. It says, do not talk about this show. And then guess what I did? I talked about that show. And I said, oh, fuck it. But then after we recorded it, I was like, oh, wait, that's my career and a job and a future with a big network. Maybe I shouldn't air that. And anyways, it was a while ago and it's dated now. So now we just have you back. And also, we are better at podcasting.
Goddamn right we are.
Goddamn right. We want to talk. Can we talk about Sunday? Or is that bad?
What's on? Oh,
He's
yeah.
sober. He had just hit 1 year sober Sunday.
Yeah.
He's a tweaker too, everybody. Drug addict, loser.
Well, not anymore,
Not
dude.
anymore, baby.
Recovering drug addict.
Clean life. And I went for you. I hadn't been to a meeting. It made me cry, and I need to go back.
Dude, you got to go anytime you want to go.
I wasn't sure if you wanted me to take the cake with you, but honestly, I was very scared and ran to a corner and hid anyways, and I didn't. I feel like a fraud in there, even though I'm sober.
Wait, you were there on time?
Yeah, I saw you take your cake.
Oh, I thought you were gonna come up there. I saw you from up there.
I almost did, and then I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, should have.
It's okay. I watched from a distance, and it made me cry, so I was there
Hell yeah.
emotionally. And then I gave you a candy bar.
Dude, that's what's up.
It was good. It was dark chocolate. That's hippie
I
stuff
love
because you're
those
vegan,
ones.
right?
The sunflower
Yeah, they're
butter.
so good.
It's like Reese's peanut butter chips for listeners. It's like Reese's peanut butter with sunflower butter in there.
There's this new product. Yeah, just dark chocolate sunflower seed butter cups.
You know what I just realized?
So good.
You know what would make $1 billion?
What?
Reese's peanut butter cups with almond butter. How has that not been done yet?
You're
Snickers
right.
almost did. Snickers has almond butter. You get Reese's with almond butter.
Get
Dude,
your
that would
shit together, Reese's.
Yeah, what the fuck, Reese's? If you guys fucking DM me if you also want Reese's
Yeah.
butter. We'll organize something. We'll make it happen.
Do it. I actually I buy those sunflower seed butters cups all the time, and they're so good. And this fan, she never told me her name. She probably did. I forgot. But she gave me this fucking dope
Ooh,
rock
can I see?
thing. Yeah, it's got like sacred. But she gave me dark chocolate sunflower seed butter cups. And I'm
that's
just saying
dope.
she's such a sweetheart because I already buy those and love those and eat those. And
Yeah,
then
you're
she
way
gave
ahead
me
of the curve.
she gave me my cups and a hockey puck and anyways, thank you.
What was I gonna
99
say?
cents. I like that hippie
Do you
shit.
still shop at the Trader Joe's you got fired from?
Hell yeah, I come visit them and harass them and film them.
Do the customers the customers happy to see you there?
Yeah, actually, yeah, a lot of them do recognize me, except for Bill. Bill's this old guy, and he listens and watches every podcast of mine and gives feedback.
Nice.
And says, you
What's
talk
up,
about
Bill?"
shit too much. But on one of them, I called him out because he pinched my booty. And he's like, I didn't like that episode or something. What did he say?
No, he said not to talk about it either.
Oh, yeah, he said, stop talking about it. And I just keep talking. Maybe stop pinching, Bill.
Yeah, quit pinching booties,
Just kidding, Bill.
Bill.
He never pinched my booty. He did. Yeah.
Comedy life, baby.
Hell yeah. What else, man?
Dude, life's sweet, man. I can't complain.
It's been going pretty good. I've been overwhelmed and a little stressed out, but for good reasons.
Your calendar looks packed.
That's why I'm overwhelmed, stressed out. Too many shows, too many opportunities, too many gigs, and you can't say yes to all, and you're trying to navigate and figure it out without pissing certain persons off and trying to do as much as you can, and you're just like, fuck.
Dude, that's sweet. I wish my
It's
calendar
good
was packed
problems.
like that.
It's good problems, but still, it gives me anxiety. I'm like, Because when you have no shows and somebody asks you to do one show, it's just easy. It's a no-brainer. It's
Right.
But when you have 2 shows and one's in Huntington Beach and one's in Hollywood, and they both pay, and you're just like, oh,
Gotta do Hollywood, baby, because it's closer.
I'm doing both.
Nice.
I pre-committed to the Huntington Beach, and they already advertised my face, though.
I need to get a car so I can start doing shows further from Hollywood.
Yeah, but you hit 2 little old ladies.
I know. But I can still drive, though.
I know. Sorry. Don't know if you want to talk about that. It's a killer story. You still running that bit?
Oh, yeah. It's
a good bit, man.
I think it's online. It should be online.
Okay.
It's on my YouTube channel. Check out Abby Roberge on YouTube.
Accident.
Should be somewhere, yeah.
No, I know you can drive, but isn't your insurance just stupid?
Yeah, it's crazy high, but I don't know.
It's all right.
So I got to get fucking rich.
You'll get rich. You're
so
gonna
I can
make
start
almond
doing
butter
some
Reese's.
$20 road gigs in the Inland Empire.
Hell yeah, dude.
I want to be the king of Ventura County, bro.
You will be.
I want to take over the Ventura County comedy scene.
I'd rather take over the world.
Nah, just give me Ventura County.
Nah,
dude.
just Ventura Harbor. That's
yeah,
it.
the harbor.
Only the
and-
boat people.
Yeah, that's all I need.
That's so funny.
Dude, I've been watching videos on like tiny homes and like tiny houses and like off the grid people, dude. I think I don't know, man. I think I'd also be happy just living off the grid.
You think that, but after you spend enough time out there, like for us, I could say for us, because you're a comic, I'm a comic, like we need the clubs, the grind, the scene, you know?
Yeah, I kind of do. I do like the chaos, but I wouldn't mind doing it for like a month out of the year.
I would like that. Just like
I just don't want to feel like comedy controls my life.
Yeah, I know what you mean, like a nice decompress, just like no phone, no internet.
It's like
just chill.
Just telling your career, no, just wait for me. I'll be back.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's never, we always make it a big
If
deal.
I leave town for a week to do comedy, I'm like, oh, I'm missing out. You know,
Yeah.
that's not a good feeling.
No, I literally don't want to go to Huntington Beach because it's 2 hours away from Hollywood. It's like, none of it matters. Just, it's okay. It's not a big deal, even though we all make it out to be a big deal. It's not. No, you're not going to make it in Huntington. You're not going to make it in Hollywood. Let's keep it happy.
You are gonna make it.
You are going to
Make it if you start a video travel blog and build a tiny home and travel around the country.
All right. That's next. Let's do it.
Ah, fuck yeah. What else is going on?
I don't remember. Just you hit a year. How do you feel?
Dude, I feel pretty sweet. I've actually never been happier. But it has nothing to do with that. Just like I'm just doing good at life, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just decided to not complain or be a victim or waste time, and just like I just wake up, I work harder than I've ever worked. And so I think I went through a period where I was just feeling kind of depressed because I never worked particularly hard or chilled particularly hard. Everything was kind of this in between, you know what I mean? Because I just like always had jobs where I only had to work a couple days a week, and now I just like work my ass off like 6 days a week, and then 1 day a week I just chill and I don't have any guilt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It used to be like anytime I do any work, I'd feel tired, and anytime I'd chill, I'd feel guilty. So I can't enjoy anything in life.
Yeah.
So now it's like I'm working so hard that like I enjoy it because I'm like, yeah, I'm getting something out of this. And then on days off, I'm like, I fucking earn this shit, you know? And
you need a day off. Everybody
yeah.
needs a day. The Rock takes a day off. He has a cheat day. He posts it on his Instagram all the time.
Exactly.
It's a lot of food. How does he do it?
Dude, I do that.
He's crazy. But yeah, you know, you got to work hard, but you also need to fucking play hard and take breaks or just chill or what, you know, you got to.
Yeah, but you can't just sit around, and you can't just sit around. Like, if too much chilling leads you to being depressed, I think.
Oh,
you
no,
have to
it
be
does.
moving. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't understand people that can just smoke weed and chill at home.
I've
watch
talked
TV.
about it before because, you know, I worked a day job my entire life, and then you lose that. You're like, what do I do with these 40 hours? Really 50 because of getting ready, driving, commute,
Right.
and bullshit, you know? And then the days I would do nothing, I would be so depressed. I was like, you did nothing, you know?
Right.
You think you want to do that, and then you do it, and you just feel awful.
Yeah, I took 6 months off at the store, and like I was like, man, I'm gonna get so much stuff done, and then I'm like, what? It's too much time. I didn't like it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy.
But also not enough. The days just flew by.
Time. These are the sands of the hourglass. What is it? Slipping through the time. Is that how it goes?
No.
What is it? These are the days of our
Yeah,
lives.
like sand through the hourglass. So are the days of our lives. something like
Smoking
that.
lethal warriors. We warriors. We warriors. I like how a soap opera sitcom got me to rap Bone Thugs. These are the days of our lives. Remember that shit?
Hey, I have a hypothetical for you.
Oh, no.
Okay. You're guaranteed to live to 65, right?
Yeah.
Guaranteed, no matter what, you're going to live to 65. You're not immortal, you know? And you're not even aware of it. You'll wipe, the memory will be wiped that you're guaranteed. No, actually, no. You know you're guaranteed to live till 65. You're not like immortal, like someone could shoot you and kill you, but you're definitely going to live to 65. But the day you turn 65, you drop dead. Or you could potentially live longer. You could potentially live up to 100, but it's not a guarantee.
I don't like this hypothetical.
Right? Because you
I'd
could
rather
die.
just
You could
not
die
know.
next week, but
I just rather not know.
or you could live to 100. You get hit. You know what I mean?
All right, the 100.
I take 65. Guaranteed years.
I like risks. And also, if you die tomorrow, at least you don't have to worry about life anymore.
Right. Okay. That's very nihilist point of view. I thought you were a happy, upbeat guy, Craig.
Not all the time. It's an act. I try to inspire happiness and that in life. But, you know, sometimes it is a mask. Sometimes I am genuinely happy. It's work. God damn it. It's
Dude,
work.
I get it.
I'm
I can tell when you're upset because you're just quiet.
I'm so quiet. I'm in my head. I'm just like, just fucking. You see me that one week. Oh,
Oh,
bro.
yeah. Yeah, that was the most depressive I've ever seen you.
I just broke up with my ex and I was so depressed.
And that
I
other
wasn't
thing happened
eating.
too.
Oh, yeah.
It was like at the same time, right?
Whew. Yeah. That was a
Yeah.
bad week.
That sucks.
And the other one I can't even talk about. NDNA. Non-disclosure, bitch ass.
Yeah,
Just-
whatever.
Just kidding.
I think
book me.
I think I'm about like I think I was just waiting on like two different things, and I think I'm about to not get them too. So
Don't think that way. It's easy to think that way. It's
I know.
Hollywood. They'll give you stuff, and then the day you shoot, the Lord give it, the Lord take it away. Psych.
yeah, whatever. You just gotta stay positive,
just
though. You
keep
gotta
trucking.
stay out of the results. The only thing you're entitled to is your labor. You know.
Dude, look at Kevin Hart. His sitcom was taken away as they were about to shoot.
No, that's they were about to announce it. Like as he was about to walk on stage to
Yeah.
announce it. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was the biggest horror story ever, and look at him. He was about to. They were about to say action. Welcome to the stage, Kevin Hart. Hey, Kevin, real quick, we need to talk to you. The show's canceled. Cancel this. He's like, what? You're kidding, right? No. He's like, I'm sorry, man. And they're just like, he's like, I flew my family out. Like, it was brutal. And look at him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing great.
It's a crazy thing because absolutely stay positive. The glass is half full type shit. You got to think that way or you're just going to fucking want to kill yourself, you know? But then also too, as a comic, you want to complain and make funny of shitty situations, but you have to be careful not to become a bitter beer face too, you know?
Yo, yeah.
So it's like, it's necessary in comedy.
You can't complain. Nobody likes a complainer.
No.
You gotta fucking
Don't complain,
stay
don't
positive.
explain.
You gotta just show up, and like what type of person do you want to be at the comedy store? Do you want to be the guy that's smoking a cigarette, drinking a tall boy PBR, complaining about how the industry sucks, or do you want to be the guy that is
Working.
like, consoling the person and working? Yeah,
I'm done consoling those persons.
yeah, that's true.
It's done. I've wasted enough energy on people. You know the famous saying, you can lead a horse to water. You will give a friend comedian the solution, and they'll be like, I'm not doing that. I'm not shaking his hand. It'd be like, you shake his hand, you get shows, or whatever. This is just a shitty example, but you know, and they're like, I don't do that. I'd be like, okay, I'm not asking you to suck his dick, just shake his fucking hand. You know what I mean? It's like
Right.
easy shit. And they'll tell you all the reasons why they can or the problem with it. It's like, well, you're the problem then. You're the problem. Because any other person just smile, bite their fucking lip, and shake the hand. You're not fucking Joe Rogan yet, so get what you can get. That's the thing that people also understand. Sure, artistic integrity is awesome, and say no to this project and that project. If you can't say no to something when you have nothing. You say yes to everything until you build a large
Classic
enough
line,
platform.
beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah. You just say yes.
Your leather coasters are getting on my nerves.
Why?
I just feel guilty about using a leather coaster.
They were free.
I know.
I stole them from my father.
I know that, but it just doesn't feel right. You're not supposed to
Oh,
get
they were free to
water.
him too. I knew he wouldn't pay for that shit.
I just feel like you're not supposed to get water on leather. Doesn't that ruin it?
I'm like 99.9% sure, buddy, that this is pleather. This is fake leather. If I know my father, this is cheap.
Even worse, right?
Here, you want a metal one?
Nah.
Look. You could clean
That's
it.
an ashtray.
It's been used for both purposes. I used to smoke a lot of weed and I never washed it. Okay.
You haven't washed even sober for like 9 years.
Who washes a coaster? Put your cup in it and naturally washes it off for me.
I guess so, yeah.
Wash it off.
Wash it.
You gotta wash your cock and balls there, buddy.
So are you getting a kitchen soon?
Oh, you're just making me feel bad this podcast. No, I don't have a kitchen.
Your balls. No, because you got a Patreon.
Yeah, we're at $202.
Dude, it's sick.
That is awesome.
How much is that a year? That's a bunch of money a year. It's a couple almost $3,000 a year.
What's that? 12 times 224. 2,400. Hey, that actually
$2,400
that's
a
a
year.
lot.
That's a lot of money.
a lot.
Yeah.
I wish it was 2,400 a month because then I could pay for everything with it.
$2,400
It
a
will
month
be.
for free.
You know
would
what
be
I'm gonna
fucking
do?
Amazing.
You know what I'm gonna do?
What's that?
I'm gonna or you already know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna. Did I talk about it on the other one? Because I need to advertise this sooner. I'm gonna offer feet pictures on my Patreon for the perverts.
That's hilarious. That's funny.
You
know
want
what-
some oiled up
you know what you
toes,
should do?
baby?
Put
Give me money.
just put like a $1,000 one and say I'll fly wherever and do a show for you and then fly back that same day.
Yeah. I'd rather do feet pics.
yeah, I guess so.
I'd rather pimp my body the good Lord gave me. There's so many foot pick weirdos that it's a fetish to where they'll pay people their rent because they're rich and like feet. That's so funny, man. That's not like your
weird.
fucking pussy or asshole or ball sack or dick or titties. You know, it's just feet. Who cares? You can see my feet free at the beach, man. Come on, dude. I probably post pictures of, when you go chilling at the pool and you just post the bottom half of your body. There's a couple freebies out there. I didn't even realize that it was a thing.
Oh yeah, dude. People, but can't you just can't you just Google image feet?
But I guess the thing that makes it a fetish for them is to know that you are exclusively sending it to them. Because I have a friend that does it. I don't know if she wants me to do it publicly, but this dude pays her rent for exclusive foot pics. He's like, I'll take care of your bills. You do stand-up. So her stand-up money is just stand-up. And she just sends him, she said not even that much.
Oh, she's a comedian?
Yeah, I don't want to name her though, because
Let's
I don't
start
know.
guessing.
No, come on.
Guess
You're the
number
worst.
1, Gabby Lamb.
No, it's not her.
All right, I'm done guessing.
Okay. But yeah, that's so fucking funny and weird. And if it was like a bit baggy or like weird, I wouldn't do it. But it's also fucking
pretty
hilarious.
funny, yeah.
It's funny.
You're like,
that
I
somebody
don't care,
wants
dude. I'll anyone can see my feet.
Yeah, somebody wants my size 12 fucking long ET toes, bunion fucking rubbing foots.
Dude, who
I don't have
wants
any
it?
bunions. I don't have any bunions. Not
I'm
yet.
so
Not
curious.
yet. Got to keep it positive. I'll get them.
What's a bunion?
It's a fucking growth off your foot that needs to be cut off.
Nice.
The bunion butt.
Hell yeah, dude.
My aunt got some bunions removed. She had trouble walking, and we made fun of her. We didn't make fun of her.
I think I
She's a
might have
sweet
one
lady.
on my toe.
You'd fucking know. There's this horn that pops out. It's the devil.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god! I saw The Witch last night.
The Witch.
That movie's awful.
Which
I mean, it's really good. It's scary.
Like Blair Witch Project?
It's just called The Witch.
The
It had
Witch.
93% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it was
Oh, no
on
shit.
Netflix or something. So I watched it.
You know what I
So
saw last
scary.
night?
What
12 Strong.
the fuck's that?
It's Chris Helmsworth.
Oh, that's good. The war one
Yeah.
with Ben Affleck.
No.
Oh, I didn't see that. What's the one?
I saw the Ben Affleck one. That was one where they robbed the cartel.
Yeah.
That was a good one. I like that.
That one went downhill fast though.
Yeah.
Anxiety. Well,
I liked seeing Ben Affleck star in a movie. Like I feel like he was like about to go into rehab or something. Like while he was shooting the movie, you know, that's kind of him at his most out of shape for a movie.
Yeah. Yeah, he struggles with addiction too.
He kind of played a dirtbag in the movie a little bit.
Yeah. He played an addict. It seemed
Yeah.
like it's some seedy addict behavior.
Yeah, maybe he was just being method.
Maybe he was just on meth.
Maybe.
No, I don't think meth is his choice. I think it's alcohol.
Yeah, who knows what it is.
Who knows at that level of fame and
As
success.
long as he's happy. Now.
What else? You just booked something, didn't you? Modern Family? What else? Let's talk about the happy stuff. I already did a dark one earlier.
Yeah.
He was a guest star on Modern Family.
Yeah, for one episode. It's pretty sweet.
That's fucking awesome.
It was
dude.
fun. I thought it would change my life. Didn't, but that's okay.
Yeah, we always do. You know,
I didn't even think. I honestly didn't expect much.
it is a credit though. It looks good in the books, baby.
Yeah, it's like a nice little thing. Like if I
People say
want to take over like Ventura Harbor comedy scene,
Yeah.
that helps.
It does.
That helps. Not many.
It's just nice to actually give somebody credit where people know what it is. You know.
Yeah.
Where they like, what do you want me to say? I was on Modern Family, you know, rather than I was on channel 397
Right.
on local cable access. The show's called Pinkerton Fartertonsville, and you know what I mean?
Right. I always feel like you know how a host.
This is better. Modern Family's better.
Yeah.
You been on Pinkerton Farterton, baby? Oh shit!
You've been on. It's funny when hosts a show, they just arbitrarily make up. They just say this next comedian, you've seen him on Comedy Central. They just like say it,
Yeah.
and everyone in the crowd
Just say he's
like,
funny as hell.
right? And everyone in the
He's
but
funny as
I
hell.
see hosts do that all the time. And if I was on Comedy Central, that would upset me because it's like, oh, I worked hard to get that credit,
Yeah.
and now everybody just says it. It's just like a lie.
A comedy club in San Diego, the Madhouse Comedy Club, they booked me to headline, and they on the billboard it said Comedy Central, Comedy Central's Craig Conant, and I never said that. I never lied. I never told them I was on Comedy Central,
Right.
But I also never corrected them because they were the first club to ever let me headline 30 minutes.
yeah, they probably knew they made it up.
I see. I know. I think that now, but at that time, I was,
Where they got that and MTV mixed up.
No, I think they made it up on purpose to get
To
people to
sell
come
tickets,
in to sell
yeah.
tickets. But at that time, I truly believed that I don't want to correct them. There goes my chances at headlining. And now I don't really want to do the club because they don't pay well or treat you nice.
Remember when we sold it out?
Yeah, that was awesome.
2 shows one night. That
Sold
was
out
sick.
2 shows in the Brick Room, baby.
That was a fun room to perform
That
in.
was a fun room, and it sucks that they don't treat you better as a human being and comic, because it's just
Do they still book you to perform?
I say no now. I have standards.
Well, I'm not gonna talk shit because I'm not above it.
I still might do it, but it's just like they
Yeah,
don't
I get it.
They don't put you in a hotel. They don't pay you enough to even pay
Yeah.
for a hotel. They don't give you gas money. They don't.
You have to be like a local open mic.
You have
or
to.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like.
Yeah,
It's
no, I
rough.
don't think
It's
I'd
the
do
pay
that.
is
No.
you do the gig and you basically lose $50
Right. It's
if you stay in a hotel and eat down there.
yeah.
So you lose money to perform at stand up when they're making money, and that's the great injustice. And I'm sorry for putting them on blast, but it's many of clubs that
Yeah,
take
I've-
advantage of people that are not famous yet. And then
Man,
once you're famous, you could do whatever the fuck you want and they'll kiss your ass.
I've spent so much money on like opening for people and like featuring and emceeing at clubs just to like get on the road, just to get out there.
Yeah, and that's the way it is sometimes.
Yeah. Now I'm finally at the point where it's like, nah, I want to like, can I like come ahead on this trip? It's like I'm missing. It's costing me money. I'm flying across the country to do this. Like,
Yeah.
I'd like to make a little bit of money.
What's a trip too is like, I tell people this all the time, but like the glitz and the glamour of what it looks like on Instagram, and then the paycheck comes, and then even the headliners I work with are always dope, and they throw me little bonuses, and I never pay for anything in their presence. They pay for my food, hotel, a flight, nothing. But even then, even with the tips, you get the check, then the tax man gets 40%. The check was never big to begin with. And then like Uber to and from the airport, like a $600 check turns into a $300 check, and you were gone for 4 days, and you're
like a McDonald's worker is gonna make a higher profit.
And it looks so
But you don't-
luxurious,
But
and
at
it
the
is,
end
and
of
I'm
the day,
grateful
you didn't do
for it.
any work. You just like went on a fun trip.
But at the end of the day, you're like, fuck, I still want to like. I gotta buy my mom a Camry. I fucked her over so much in my life. I gotta get that lady a Camry before she farts and dies.
That's a fair. A new Camry.
I gotta buy
or
my
used
mom a Camry. Brand new, baby.
Nice. That's
Brand
sweet.
new only. Yeah, because I just owe it to her. I know she doesn't care about that stuff, but buying my mother a Camry is more important than me getting passed at the Comedy Store, which is extremely high on my list.
Same here.
Yeah.
Probably top two things.
It's just gotta pay
Right
mama
now.
back. She's fucking that poor lady. You guys don't even know. God, I used to run away from her. She could never catch me. And be like,
Make a 2019 Camry one of the things in your Patreon. If you want to donate a 2019 Camry to my mom.
You're a smart fella. Yeah, I got to put it on my vision board. Buy my mama a car. That's a big one. My goals in life are to buy my mama a car and sell out the Wiltern. I want to sell out the Wiltern.
How many seats are in the Wiltern?
Fuck, like 1,800 or 2,000.
All
I've
right,
performed
let's
at it 3 times with Dalia,
Let's do the math on this
and
real quick.
and it is the most magical fucking theater I've ever been in. It's so cool. Led Zeppelin played there, and your boy spitting
Dude,
them fart jokes.
I just did a couple 1,300 seat theaters, and it's the most fun thing ever.
Dude, theater gigs are the best. What are you Googling right now?
I'm Googling how many seats are at the Wiltern. Okay, let's say it's 1,800. Let's just call it 1,800.
Watch.
1,800.
Hey Siri, what's the capacity at the Wiltern in Los Angeles? Oh, cool. It didn't work. Ones and twos. Help us out over there.
All right, here's the deal.
Oh.
You give yourself, here's how you do this, okay?
Yeah.
You give yourself 1 year's notice.
Don't
right?
look at my browser history.
All right.
Give yourself 1 year's notice.
Yeah.
How many tickets do you have to sell a day?
I'm not doing it now. I'm not ready.
It's 5 tickets a day for a year.
Nobody's buying a ticket a year out. I applaud your. I want it done right.
Well, you see, that's the difference between the people
All right,
who sell out
you
the
book the
Wiltern.
Wiltern. Do you know how the Wiltern works? You have to pay like $40,000 to rent it. You devil. You're good.
Yeah, well, you pay it after you do the show, though.
Give me that shit. It's too wet.
See, that's what
No, I
happens
will-
when you use a leather coaster.
It locked.
You locked it.
Locked it.
You
Threw it in.
locked it. This is a sloppy one. No, I will do it when the time is right, my friend. When the time is right.
I don't think, but the thing is, like, I think you will do it.
I think I will too. It just might take fucking 15 years. Whew. But I'll still do it.
I think you can do it in 5.
Yeah.
1850.
1850.
There you go. So you have to sell 5 tickets a day.
6. You forgot the 50.
No, but it's 4.9. So I took that 50 and divided it by 365. So it's still.
We're both so literal.
About
We're like,
5.
no. So many times people say jokes to me, and I'm just like, no,
Dude,
that's. And
Dude,
they're
sell
like,
5 tickets
"That's
a day.
joke." I
Go
was
on
like,
Hollywood
"Oh."
Boulevard and say, hey, you want to watch me at the Wiltern? and then just say that to everyone, sell 5 tickets a day for a year and sell out the Wiltern to strangers who bought a ticket 1 year ago.
I don't want to work that hard. I'll wait till enough of my fart jokes go viral and I can sell them organically.
Yeah, you just post on Instagram one time and sell it out.
Oh my God, so cool. That's the coolest thing ever, to be able to tour like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like Segura and Theo and Dalia and Rogan, and there's a million of them. Ron White, Angela Johnson, all those motherfuckers. Eliza, Sarah Silverman. To be
So
able
there's
to
a lot
go,
of theater acts now.
there's a lot of theater. There's a comedy boom happening right now.
I think this podcast is going to blow up and you're going to sell out.
I think so too, bud. I really do.
You know what's funny is I feel like you have more draw than like a lot of just like regular club headliners, you know?
I feel that way too, but I don't like to say it.
That's the fact. Listen up, industry.
Come on, industry. Thank you. But, you know, those headliners have worked very, very hard for 20, 30 years. You know, I'm not trying to.
Yeah, just have like
not them.
relationships with the clubs and stuff.
Yeah. But
It's cool when you go on the road and like it's like and like people start like recognizing you places, you know.
it's
I'm
really
having that a
fucking
little bit,
weird,
and it's
dude.
fucking sweet, dude.
People are recognizing me.
Around LA, I get it. Not so much to other cities, but around LA especially. He'll go, oh yeah, I love your comedy. Just like I don't know, once
I
a
know.
day or some shit.
It's
Like,
awesome.
It's
isn't it?
crazy.
It's happening every day now. Before it would happen, you know, never, and then like twice a year, and then like once a month, and now anytime I'm at any club or walking Sunset, they're like, "Oh,
No, that's
fart guy." I'm like, "Ah, that's me," and I fart on them, and we all kiss.
It's pretty sweet.
Fucking sweet, man. Yeah, I'm excited. The podcast has been doing really well. We were in the top 200 for 4 episodes in a row, and then we fell off. Fucking Fury.
Fury beat you?
No,
Or
he
his
was my
episode
guest.
tanked?
No, it wasn't him. I think it was. I think it started with Rafi Bastos, and he has like 1.5 million followers or some shit, and then it just stayed because then, you know. So I just gotta have one famous fuck once a month, and then I'll be top 200.
Hell yeah.
But the best, my proudest moment was me and Hassan Ahmad, and we were in the top 200 for 4 fucking days, dude. Because it fluctuates. It's like the
Right.
goddamn stock market. I was like, damn, 4 days? And we were under Amy Schumer. That's pretty
dude.
cool.
You don't want to be under Amy Schumer.
I don't get...
You'll
I'm-
get crushed. You get crushed. That's probably why you dropped out of the next 200.
She pushed me out
She
of the 200.
pushed you out.
That's cold
That's what
blooded.
happens when you get under her.
Yeah, I was right above or under her, and Adam ruins everything guy. That guy. I was
Yeah,
in
that
between
guy.
those two when I screenshot it, and I guess we peaked at. See, I wasn't even paying attention, but we were at like 135. A friend told me. He's like, "Dude, you're at 135." I was like, "When?" He's like, "Yesterday." I was like, "Why don't you screenshot it?" I was like, "I got no proof, but
Yeah.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're all gonna die."
Dude, podcasting's fun. I started a podcast too.
Gotta get that shit.
Dude, you got to come on it sometime
You gotta stop twitching, you twitchy fuck. As I'm twitching.
as you're twitching. Door Guy
Twitch.
podcast.
Oh yeah, you do that?
Yeah, that's me, Hormos, and Funk Chow.
Fantastic. There you go.
And we get a different door guy or comedy store personality on every episode.
Oh yeah, let's talk about the Comedy Store. Abby Roberge is a comedian working at the Comedy Store. What is one of the coolest moments that has happened during your service at the fucking?
One of the coolest ones was Jim Carrey came by, and a bunch of like door guys and like a handful of other comedians. We just like hung out with him in the back parking lot and just like asking questions about like when he was a door guy there and what it was like and all this shit, and just like asked him about like rumors and just like everything. And he was just so cool just answering all our questions. We were just hanging out for like 2 hours. That was pretty cool.
Fucking recorded that. What did he say?
Just all sorts of stuff. He was
wanna
talking
know.
about how he used to go up to like Mulholland and do like his vision board shit and all that stuff. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Another cool one was I got drunk with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. He was like drinking on the patio, and I walked up, and this is like right before he was like famous too. He was like known, you know, like he was like a little famous, not like
Cosmos.
yeah,
Famous.
not Cosmos hadn't come out yet.
Yeah.
And I walked up to him to introduce myself, tell him I'm a fan, and he saw my employable neck tattoo. And he's like, oh, that's a great tattoo, and just like brings me in. He's such a big guy, and he's just like, you can't let people tell you what you do in life. And he was like, just kind of like buzzed and just like feeling it. And I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. And we it was like me, him, and a couple other comedians and a couple other random people, and we all just hung out on the patio and drank till like fucking like past the bar closing. We were there like all night and
With
still.
Neil?
What's that? Yeah.
Oh
We were there
shit.
for like 4 probably.
Yeah.
And I was
That's
like 21
fucking
and like
awesome.
dumb, and I had like just listened to a space podcast recently, so I was
Yeah.
like asking him all this like these like just like dumb beginner space questions, and he was just so cool and like enthusiastic about everything. It was awesome.
Yeah, I fucking love that dude.
Yeah, that was sweet.
He got into science because I believe his dad died of a heart attack, and he wanted to explore time travel because all he wanted to do was go back in time and save his dad.
I don't know if that's true or not, but it
I
might
think
be
I
true.
might
I
have
think
made
that might
that
be
up.
Carl Sagan.
Is that Carl Sagan?
It could be Carl, because I know he got into science because he met Carl Sagan.
I know that some scientists
I think
out
that's like
there,
an X-Men guy that like his dad died. I think that's like
I
an
heard that
X-Men origin
information
story.
somewhere. I have no idea where. Christopher Lund is gonna
I think that
save
might have been
me.
Elon Musk.
I think that might have been Iron Man.
Yeah, I think that might have been Iron Man.
That's from a movie.
Like, I know I've
How
heard-
dumb do I
I've heard-
sound? Where I just
I've-
quoted. No, it was Neil, man. It was
No,
Neil.
I have heard that
It was
story.
Neil Tyson deGrasse's.
I think that was Mike Tyson actually.
Yes.
He was trying to punch his way back into time.
I saw an interview. Was it him?
No, Neil deGrasse Tyson went to the Hayden Planetarium as a kid and idolized one of the director. That's how
Bullshit.
it got.
Who said that? That's The Onion. Read the next article.
Yeah.
Google what I said, though. Scientist's father dies of heart attack, and he's inspired to explore time travel.
I think that's Iron Man or some shit.
Now, I saw it on one of those goddamn Science Channel
Dude,
things.
I get it.
I know I was high off my rocker back then, but I remember
I know I've heard. I think it was Carl Sagan.
it was a scientist on the Science Channel, and it was always a panel, but it was fucking Neil, and then they have that Asian guy with the white hair, Osuki or some shit. He's really dope. And then they just had all these brilliant minds talking about wormholes and time travel. And one of those fucking brilliant scientists of our world right now said that their father died, and that's why they became obsessed with time travel. And I could have swore it was Neil.
That's all right.
But I
We'll figure
also
it out.
smoked a lot of OG Kush and was on opioids at that time. So when you snort Oxycontin and smoke weed, your memory gets a little faulty.
His name was Ron Mallett.
It was a guy.
That's
Okay,
that's
as long as I didn't fucking
I knew
make
it was
it
a
up.
guy. No, because I had heard that
Let me look
story
at his
before.
picture. Okay, but Neil was on the same documentary, so you could understand
That
podcast,
makes sense.
how I could confuse such things.
This is a nice setup you got.
Yeah, man. Christopher Lund, thank you for
How do I look in the
producing it.
camera?
Yeah, how we looking? We
Yeah.
looking fit?
Nice.
Our nutsacks look big?
I raised the camera so you can't see it
Good.
anymore.
Everyone kept like either if they're hornball people that like nutsacks, they loved it, but most people were like, "Stop showing us your nutsack the whole fucking show."
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I think our initial
Oh yeah,
episode.
that's the guy. All right, so I'm a little racist. He's a black dude that
does
looks like Neil.
He does.
Oh
I
yeah.
fucking told y'all, motherfuckers. Is it in the shot?
Pull it back a little bit. Yeah, then it's in focus.
Okay. I'm not full of shit. I retained some information. What's his name? Paul Pot? Ronald Mallett. Paul Pot, I believe, was the most villainous human on Earth. Maybe second to Genghis Khan, but he murdered like millions and millions of people. Why am I talking about this?
I want to start a
I
garden.
don't know. I'll give you some plants. I have too many plants. I have so many plants. I just keep buying them. I don't even have room for them. I don't know what I'm doing. I bought this plant at Mickey's. Oh, it's so cute.
I should start getting plants like you. I'm gonna get a bunch of plants.
Get a cat. I'm gonna try to adopt a cat. After this, I'm meeting with those persons to try to adopt
I got a
their cat.
roommate, so it's kind of depends.
I've never even been a cat guy, but this cat was like a cat dog, and it was just love. It just gave me love, and now I need this fucking cat.
Yeah, cats are sweet. I like cats. Kittens,
What else?
especially.
What are we at here?
40 minutes.
40 minutes, Abby. We got 20 more minutes, dude. We gotta gas this up, bud.
Dude, all right.
All right, what are we gonna do?
I mean,
Let's go into further detail of the Jim Carrey shit. I want to know like specific shit he fucking said. I
Dude, I
love
don't
Jim
even-
Carrey. I
don't
grew
even-
up with Ace
I don't
Ventura.
even- Dude, we all grew up with Jim Carrey. It was pretty sweet. Oh, he was with this cute girl, right?
It was his daughter.
No, he was with this girl that he was dating at the time, and 2 days later, she killed herself.
Okay, all right. We're done with this. Happy thoughts only. Wait, I got one. This is also pretty sad, but it was a magical
It's
moment.
very sad. I'm not.
I know.
But it's
Don't-
interesting
If you
that I
need
met her
help,
right before it happened.
seek help. If you're in need, seek help. Everybody, do what you got to do.
I like this rock.
Oh, it's so nice, isn't it? Hey, so when I went to Second City and did improv and sketch before stand-up, because I was a pussy scared of stand-up, I did that first. And the Farley brothers, Chris Farley's brother, two of his brothers did a podcast at the Second City.
Nice.
And I would always go because I love Chris so much. We all did. And all I wanted to hear them talk about him. And they didn't, I imagine they didn't always want to talk about him because they wanted their own lives and career. But when your brother's Chris Farley, it's impossible. Anyways, they always would talk about him, at least for a little brief moment. I don't think it was a segment or anything, but they said during their podcast, and they would live tape it at the Second City, and you could attend it as an audience member. And they said Chris was just nuts, and their family was very reserved and conservative, the mom and dad, and so like they would have these dinner parties with friends and family and adults, and the three boys would have to go upstairs, and Chris was just a nut. And they said they were looking at a Playboy on the upstairs, like laying on, like just looking down at the party, just like curious, like I can't go down there, but we're looking at a Playboy upstairs, nobody's up here, they're all down here. And they said that Chris grabbed it and threw it down into the party full of conservative people, and they said it was just like a movie, and it landed and like centerfold out, tits out, and then I forgot what they said that he shouted, but they said he shouted like incoming titties or like just something like real funny like that, and then he was just nuts, and he knew there would be hell to pay from his parents for that, but he was just like
That's so funny. Have you seen a clip resurfaced and went viral again of his where he was on Letterman, his like walkout and entrance to Letterman?
where he's out of breath and he drinks the wrong
yeah,
water?
Yeah, he has
It's
so much
funny.
energy, and he's just
It's
and he like
so
picks the
funny.
guy up and runs him outside and throws him in the dumpster and then
He's-
runs back inside. Holy shit, he's the dude.
He was the
There's-
best. He was the fucking best. And one thing they said about him too is that he went to Second City and did improv and sketch before being launched as this
Dude,
huge
I feel like
TV
him
film
doing
star.
improv and sketch would just be slowed down. Like
No,
you know?
but they said that he was so bad at it because like in improv, it's yes and. That's like the one rule. You know, you got to say yes. And but they said Chris would just be like, no, and then do this crazy shit. But he was so insane and funny and just an energy and entertainer that it didn't matter. Even though he didn't do what you're supposed to do, he still stole the show every single scene, every single time. But he was technically awful at improv because he just basically did whatever the fuck he wanted and wasn't a team player, but nobody gave a fuck because he was Chris motherfucking Farley.
Dude, that's what's up.
And
I gotta be more like that. I'm too agreeable. I'm too much of a pussy bitch. How do I
you're
get?
fine.
How do
Chris
I?
was
how
not
do
of
I-
this world. That guy, none of us can be an entertainer like
No,
that.
no, I'm not saying I have to be
That guy
Chris
was
Farley,
insane.
but I sometimes do feel like I'm too much of a people pleaser, and I need to snap out of it.
Yeah, just drink your Ovaltine. You'll be all right, kid.
All right, there we go.
But then another story, that this wasn't from the podcast, but Chris Rock said being on the cast of SNL with Chris Farley, everyone on the show was more relieved because at that time it was Rock, Spade, Sandler, Farley, Norm Macdonald. Like everyone was worried who's going to be the funniest that episode because there was such extreme talent. But they said as soon as Chris came on, that competition and fear and machismo competition bullshit
It's just gone
because
he won
it
no
was
matter what.
he won. They're like, well, it doesn't matter what I do because Chris Farley is on the cast now, and he will, and that's coming from Chris Rock. You know what I mean?
Right.
That was such a magical interview. It was really cool.
Who was your SNL guy that you grew up with?
I'm an old school motherfucker, dude. My parents are old; they're 73, and I watched the old shit with Gilda Radner and Bill Murray and Chevy Chase.
Oh wow.
But that was like as a kid because my parents watched that when it
I'm
was
a Will Ferrell guy.
when it was my time. I think Will Ferrell.
I think Will Ferrell might be the best of
But
all time.
I'm a ghetto Mexican, dude. I watch MADtv.
Oh yeah.
I watch MADtv
You know-
over SNL all day.
You know what's
I grew up with Bobby Lee and Brian Callen more so than Will and Adam and all those
I
guys.
actually did grow up with Bobby Lee, which is weird.
And I tell him that, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Don't need to kiss my ass. You already opened for me." And I'm like, "I'm telling you the truth."
Yeah, I'd never admit it to him, but yeah, because in Canada, MADtv was like syndicated, and it was just on every day.
Yeah.
Just reruns were always on whatever channels I had. So yeah, I'd see Bobby Lee on TV every day. So when I first came to the Comedy Store, it was so weird. I'm like, there's Bobby Lee just chilling out like a regular guy.
I was more Star
And he was
Trek.
the first person that like was cool to me.
Bobby Lee is the first headliner to take hundreds of us out. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's so nice. And still to this day, he took me to Dan Tana's, that fancy restaurant, bought me a steak. It was like $70. But Bobby Lee is a nut, and he has the funnest. You just don't know what you're going to get. But
Oh,
even when
yeah.
it's anger, it's all out of love, and he's just fucking with you. It's just the game. That's the game. That's
Yeah.
the gag. That's the joke. So it's like he buys you a $75 steak and flies you all over the country and pays you money, and you get sold out shows and stuff. But then you're like, it's just like, you better be careful, motherfucker. You know what I mean? It's fun. It's
Right.
fun. So we're not throwing shade at Bobby. It's a fun, enjoyable game. And he always takes me to bomb ass food, dude.
That's sweet.
Best food. He's a foodie. And he treats you. It's really nice. So every time I see him at the store, I'm like, food? Food, because it's the fucking next level of expensive cuisine that I could afford my own food, but I'm just saying I'm going to Swingers or fucking Burger King. This fool is going to Dan Tana's.
Yeah, Dan Tana's
steakhouses.
is sick, dude. I love
He's-
it there.
You know, he's going to Roost Chris and Mastro's while I'm going to fucking Denny's.
Yeah. You know what's a good late night option is Jones on Santa Monica.
It is.
They got the late night happy hour. Good deal.
Jones on 3rd is good for daytime salads and sandwiches. Jones on Santa Monica and La Brea. I'm not being sponsored by them, but they're a good late night hang. They got a late night happy hour. Good place to take a date. You're welcome if you're in the Hollywood area. If you're not in the Hollywood area, I'm sorry for being regional specific.
Yeah, that's
Try
all right.
the Cracker Barrel.
It just
in
gives
your
them more an
state.
incentive. Dude, Cracker Barrel's their shit. I went
It
there for
is.
the
Oh my
first
God, I
time
went to the
recently.
first time. Oh.
The pancakes were unreal. The service was really good.
That place is so
Different
fun.
butters and syrups.
Dude,
and
it's like
jams.
they have a little candy shop. I was buying all these candies. They had like
Oh, yeah.
Zots, like that old candy ZOT.
Yeah,
Z
and it's funny
with the
because
fizzies.
I'd only
Oh,
known of it because like
candy,
there was
man.
like a controversy when I was a kid, and I remember like Jay Leno used to make fun of them for like being racist or something like that. Like Cracker Barrel had like some sort of controversy back in the day.
Oh, I don't even know.
Anyways,
But
that's all I knew Cracker Barrel from, and I just assumed it sucked. And then I went there this year in Montana for the first time, and I was like, "Yo, this is the best breakfast spot I've ever been to."
It's fun. It's like an amusement park Denny's. You're like, what did you do here? Are we on the log ride at Disneyland?
Yeah.
I love it.
Sometimes those big chain restaurants
Are fun.
have really good customer service too, because they can afford to have good customer service. I think too.
I think all places should have good customer service.
Yeah,
I hate
I try and
customer
deliver
service,
good
but I
customer
still
service
did
at the
it.
Comedy
It just-
Store.
Huh? Oh, that's
I
brutal
deliver
customer
good
service.
I deliver good customer
Yeah,
service.
you do.
though. Not everybody there does. A lot. I mean, most people don't, but I do.
I see you hustling.
I treat all the customers really well.
Then they get shit-faced, and then they're just not human anymore. You're like, you don't even hear what I'm saying. I'm just saying don't talk during the show. What are you saying?
Yeah.
You're like, oh,
Hey, guys.
forget it.
My favorite thing is when I'm giving people a little spiel. I say, like, I'm at the rope, and I'm like, hey, guys, 2-drink minimum, no pictures, no heckling, no recording, bathrooms in the back. And while I'm doing it, they just walk past me. Even though I'm going to give them a spiel and then walk them to their table, they walk past me, and I just go, excuse me, just don't, I'm a human talking to you. Please don't walk away because I'm a human being that's talking to you. Yeah. And they go, oh, sorry. And then their energy, I'm like, if they're not paying attention to me, I'm like, hey, snap out of it. Like, focus.
They don't listen. They don't let. That was my shit that I would flip the script on them at Trader Joe's whenever they're being dicks. I'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I did it to you personally to ruin your day because that's the kind of person I am. I love being here. It's my favorite job. They pay me so much money, and it really puts somebody in reality check. They're like, "Oh, it's not this guy's fault. We're out of rye bread,
Right.
Get over it,
Dude,
Nana."
Sometimes I sometimes check myself when I'm at other places and like it say something's like something's fucked up that the employee has no control over, and I'll get mad for a second. I'm like, I'm sorry, that's nothing to do with you. It's my own issue.
Yeah,
Like they didn't decide.
but sometimes the food does suck and the service does suck, and then you want to be like, hey man, this shit sucked, but then you don't want to be that guy.
Right.
But you're like, technically,
You just
I
don't
am
go
right
back.
on this one. That guy is a cokehead, and the food tastes like my toaster oven.
Right.
If my food made in my non-kitchen walk-in closet tastes better than your restaurant, we have a problem. All right? Is that fair? That's pretty fair.
Right.
That's so funny.
Have you been into other studios in this building? Been
Yeah,
inside?
Brian Moses is. I don't know if he wants me to shout. Well, nobody knows where I live.
Yeah.
He's my neighbor.
How's his studio?
Mine's better.
Yours is better. Nice. How's
I've
your
been
studio?
in yours too. Mine's better than his.
Nice. It's a nice studio. I would utilize the space a little better.
No, that's impossible.
No, it's possible.
I'd maximize the damage.
I think you could do better.
No,
You could get a loft bed,
that is
put the couch
not
underneath the
happening.
bed.
You're right. I could do that, but I'm not doing that.
I mean, I get it.
Fucking having sex on a loft bed.
Pretty sweet.
Pretty uncomfortable, scary, unstable. Might hit my head on the ceiling. Might
You'll
collapse
definitely.
fucking bed.
I've done it, and I did hit my head on the ceiling.
Yeah, of course you will.
Yeah. It's no fun.
Yeah.
I forgot. There we go. Problem solved. You're right. I'm wrong.
Oh man. I'm running out of juice, Abby.
Why are you running out of juice? Am I
'Cause I
doing
already-
that? Am I a drain?
No, I spoke for an hour on my own prior to you coming.
Oh, you did a solo episode,
Yeah.
Patreon episode.
Solo Patreon episode, baby. Subscribe
That's why.
to my
That's
Patreon.
why I feel like. That's why I've been interviewing you this whole episode.
I've asked you questions.
No, I know it's been a back and forth interview.
I've
And I
asked
like it
questions.
because I don't want to give away any personal stuff about me. It's none of your fucking business, people listening.
Where can they find you? None of your business.
None of your business,
Oh, you're gonna
dude.
make it in
If
Hollywood.
you find me or follow me, I'm gonna come to your house and fucking beat the shit out of you.
He won't.
I'm just kidding. I'm a sweetheart.
He's a Canadian.
Sometimes I like to just bring Craig into the darkness and see how he reacts.
I'm trying to get out of the darkness.
I know, but I like to.
I've been
I like
there
to,
for
I like to
34
tempt
fucking
him with
years.
the darkness.
Darkness.
He's one of the most positive, nice people I know. So it's nice to just.
You know why I am? Because I'm trying to get out of the darkness.
Yeah, it's true.
I've been there my whole fucking
I
life.
didn't mean to roast you at all in this
No,
episode,
it's funny.
but
I don't give a fuck. It is funny, and it is also true because one of the whole reasons the community service podcast, the theme, like, you know, what bad happened to you to inspire you to become a better person is to fucking let motherfuckers know. Sometimes you're high on heroin making your nutsack bleed at your mother's home, and then sometimes you're sober touring the country doing what you love. And you could do both in one lifetime. Because
That's
I
what's
have.
up.
Anyways, what horrible event has happened to you that has changed you for the better? Like a shitty thing
Ooh.
that made you come out better on the other end, or a good poop in the pants story?
a shitty thing that has made me come out better on the other
Yeah,
end.
like inspired to get you sober or change, or you're like, oh, I'm not gonna do that type of behavior anymore. Whatever, arrest,
Oh, okay.
etc.
I mean, I've had like I had like a handful of bad things happen when I was like a kid, but like it's something that like it inspired me to be better. I don't know, man. Just like when it's like noon and you're coming home and you haven't slept yet because you've been doing coke all night, and you're like walk past Earth Bar and you see all these people coming out. They're already halfway through their day and you haven't even gone to bed yet. It's just like the worst feeling on earth when it's just like sunny out. It's like I feel like my actual true nature is like, if I realize that like people are affected by all these like outside things, I might not make sense here, but I don't know. I feel like people are affected by all these outside things, so not everyone is walking around being their true self. I think my true, honest nature is actually like this like nice guy that wakes up early and is like a sweetheart and enjoys life, and then all these other things kind of change that, and so I'm trying to work really hard to get back to that place, you know?
Yeah, that's that. So it wasn't any exactly one event. It was just a lot of that shit.
Yeah, just a lot of that stuff. Yeah.
That's what made me change and get sober, because you just like, whoa, I'm literally being someone who I am not.
Right.
When I'm fucked up, like I'm not that guy. I don't want to inflict harm or hurt that person or that girl or what a guy, or fight with my girlfriend for no fucking reason, invent fights and problems and drama. You're like, I'm chilling, don't give a fuck unless you like truly cross me. I don't care.
Right.
And then when you're drinking and drugging, like you could fight with your girl or your buddy or whoever over nothing, over like the moving of a glass, or it's just something that, you know what I mean? It literally creates drama. And I was just so sick of being dramatic over bullshit I didn't give a fuck about, remember, nor care about, and being like, that's not even you. You are a nice person at your core. You are, you know what I mean? So it's like,
right.
Fuck it.
Like I think like my mom was like the most goofy, silly person that just wanted to have fun all the time, and I think that's like what my true nature is. You know, I think I'm more like that, and then life has made me more of like a rigid, quiet, reserved person, and then I'm just trying to get back to like that, because that's where I really am. Like that's who I was when I was like younger and a kid, just like a goofy person.
It's a brutal city
that likes to
and
have fun all the time.
brutal city to
and then
be
somehow,
that.
the world has turned me to this. But I think I'm like that.
I know what you mean, because sometimes like I just want to be a silly, goofy, happy, energetic fuck, and in our community it's like, whoa, like tone it down over there,
Right.
just because
Yeah, that's like honestly
I'm like, oh,
that's
man,
why I like diet and exercise and shit. Because like if I'm not like eating healthy and like working out, then I'm just like I'm like tired and grumpy, and I'm not like I can't be.
When I first
funny
met
and
you, you were a
goofy.
little porker.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. How much did you lose?
I don't know. It wasn't like, I think I like probably like 40 pounds.
Yeah. He was, when I first met him, I didn't even realize you were the same person, just because your face slimmed down so much, and I saw an old photo of you, and you're just 40 more pounds on him. And you can imagine his face was round, and you didn't really have a jawline.
No.
And that's when I met you, and then and now it's just funny. It's just awesome. He lost 40 pounds. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's just a byproduct. And people think like, did you lose that from quitting drinking? It's like, well, yeah, a little bit was from quitting drinking, but it's just like when once you quit drinking,
you change your
then
lifestyle.
You change, everything else starts falling into place.
Because I was 185 when I was drinking and drugging, and now I'm 155. I lost 30 pounds. And
yeah, because like once you remove all that stuff, it gives you the opportunity to do what you actually want to do.
Yeah.
Like what I want to be is like a healthy person.
And then you don't eat double cheeseburgers at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Because you're shit faced.
Yeah, you don't eat double cheeseburgers. I mean, that happened. I mean, my first 6 months of sobriety, I ate so much junk food. I still do. It's something I still struggle with every day.
I know. I eat too much.
I had a cheat meal yesterday. You want to know what I had last night?
Chicken
2
tenders.
scoops of ice cream,
Oh, you don't
2
eat
bags of M&Ms, frozen yogurt earlier with candy.
That's so much sugar.
Yeah, I had about 200 grams of sugar yesterday.
If you're sober, good luck trying not to do sugar, because I struggle with it.
And I recently quit nicotine.
Good.
I was on the patch and gum forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm like probably almost a month without any of it.
Damn. You quitting it all. Good shit. Don't do the nicotine. I never got into that. I always tried. I would always try to smoke.
Oh, I
was
smoked like a
it doesn't
pack and
even
a
get
half
me
a day
high.
for like almost a
It
decade.
doesn't get me high. I smoke that tweed. Give me that tweed.
Yeah.
So I used to work for Camel and hand out cigarettes at bars. It was a promotional spokesman for Camel. And then I would just, you give them 2 packs, and I would just give them one, keep one. So I had
Nice.
all these cigarettes, and I'd sell them to my homies in the hood, you know, on tour when I did this car show. Anyways, I would sell them knives and cigarettes. I bought all those knives from that guy on TV. For $300, you get 300 knives. And did I talk about that?
Yeah.
$300 for 300 knives.
It's
That's
crazy
fucking
deals,
awesome.
dude. And so I was selling
I want
cigarettes
300
and knives.
knives.
But I would always try to smoke because I had access to
You just
so
didn't
many,
like
and
it.
I hated it. I was like, I'll just smoke a fucking joint at that time. And then, so I ended up just selling them, like 2 packs for $5. I was killing it.
Damn, you could have got
Well, this was,
2 packs for $10.
I'm old, man. This is 12, 13 years ago.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so grateful I don't smoke. That shit fucking sucks ass, dude.
What about a good shit in your pants? You ever shit your pants on stage?
I've never shit my pants once in my entire life.
You
believe it or not.
suck.
Isn't that crazy?
Come
No,
on,
I don't.
man.
I haven't shit my pants, so I just like assume you're just lying when you talk about shitting your pants because I've just never done it.
No, I've shit my pants at least 30 times in adulthood.
Oh my god, that's amazing. I've come close, but I've never done it.
I told you I like risk.
One time I was walking home drunk and I had to take a piss, and so I walked to the side of this IHOP and I started pissing and the blinds were closed, so I was just pissing against the like against the window, you know. Then this waitress comes running out of the restaurant screaming. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "What?" She goes, "There's families in there. Everyone can see your dick." And I was like, "Oh, sorry," and then I just like cut it off and just walked away.
So it was like tinted and they could see out?
It was like a tinted window, but I couldn't see in and they could see out. So from their perspective, I just walked up to a window of families that having an afternoon IHOP
That's
experience, and I just started
amazing.
pissing against
That's
the window.
amazing.
Yeah.
You didn't get sober after that?
No, that was like when I was like 14 or 15 years old.
Fucking, how funny if you got labeled as a sexual predator
I used to
because
sell,
of you're just drunk pissing. I didn't mean it.
When I was 13, I used to sell firecrackers.
Hell yeah,
I'm just
dog.
trying to relate to you and your audience.
You didn't sell them?
No, I sold firecrackers.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I made money. They were like, because the firecrackers you get here are super legal in Canada, so I used to flip firecrackers.
Yeah, it's
Buy
the
'em and
best.
sell 'em, make-
Anything that's illegal anywhere, you could always up the price 300, 500% and make a hefty profit.
Yeah.
America, land of the free.
What's another embarrassing drinking story? Oh man, I know there's lots of them, but I'm trying to pick one. Here, all right. So one time I lived on Vancouver Island and I was drinking in Vancouver. And to get home, you have to catch a ferry, and the ferry costs about $20 to get home. And I had $100 on me, so I went to a bar with my friends, and one friend, and I spent the whole $100 at the bar. Every dollar I spent at the bar drinking, and I was like, "Fuck!" And then my friends were leaving. I'm like, "Yo, can I borrow $20 because I spent it? I'm a fucking idiot." And this is when you're young and everyone's broke, right? So my friend's like, "Yeah, all right, fine." Lends me $20, leaves. So now I'm at the bar by myself. I'd spent my $100 and I had $20 left. And I went to the bar and spent it.
You're an addict. You're a fucking addict.
Yeah, and then
I've
I went
been there.
outside and I smoked a cigarette and I was like, And I was like, I didn't pray, but it was like my like version of praying at the time. Like I fucked up. Like I need $20. Like I'm such a fucking idiot. I blew it twice. Like what the fuck is wrong with me? And this voice came into my head that said, walk into the bar and where everyone pays for their drinks because there was a register on the bar, and look down because some fucking drunken idiot probably dropped $20. So I walk in. I walk up the stairs to where the bar was, where everyone was drinking, and I walk up to the bar and I look down in front of the register, and there's a fucking $20 bill there. And I'm like, holy fuck. And I bend down, I pick up the $20 bill, and I get up, and the bartender's right there, and he's like, you want anything? And I'm like, yeah, give me a beer and a shot. And I fucking spent that whole fucking 20, dude.
Idiot.
Yeah, I think
Then what happened?
I think I just snuck onto the ferry or something.
Ah, that's fun.
Yeah.
No, that is so true. And I was always a coming upper.
Like-
But any bar I ever went to, looking at the ground underneath every single bar, every single time, always hunting.
I
just
still do
surveying.
that shit, to be
I
honest.
still do it.
Yeah.
You find money all the time. Drunk
Yeah.
people drop money. You
I
can't
found
return
$100
cash.
at the Comedy
Whose
Store
100
recently.
is this?
Yeah.
It's yours now.
Yeah. I found $100 recently at the Comedy Store and a pair of AirPods.
Damn.
Yeah, and you can't return AirPods. It's like the same thing as cash, basically.
Yeah. You find shit. I found hundreds of dollars. I remember found a $100 bill at least on 2 occasions, possibly 3. Drunk people
Yep,
drop money.
it's true.
It happens.
Very true. What other embarrassing drinking stories? That peeing one's pretty good. Shitting, never shit myself.
I pissed out the window of my party at my house, and everyone was like, "Is he peeing out the window?" I was like, "It's my house." Don't do drugs, kids. Just don't do drugs.
Yeah. One time when I was 19, me and my friend had this puppy my friend still has, and I was walking it, and the puppy had gotten into the garbage and ate everything. And I was walking it along the boardwalk where like everybody is, and then the puppy just stops and just diarrheas just like 18-inch diameter of just diarrhea puddle.
Oh,
And I was like,
puppy
oh my God, just diarrhea. And there's so many people looking at me. And
Run.
I was just like,
Run.
I was just like, fuck this. And we just fucking ran, dude. And I ran all the way home.
Yeah, it's diarrhea. I mean, if it's a turd, you could pick. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You're gonna ask somebody for a garden hose? Be like, "Hey, can I
Yeah.
spray down the boardwalk, Venice boardwalk?" Those poor bastards. One of my most enjoyable things is watching people like trip or step in puppy diarrhea. I would have posted up and just set up a camera and just laughed at the poor sap suckers that stepped in that doo-doo. I used to smear shit on dollar bills and put them on the ground so people pick up a big old diarrhea dollar. You know what I'm saying?
I remember one time
It's fantastic.
in high school, my friend, we didn't like this one teacher, so we did a test, and then my friend took the test and wiped his ass with it, and got shit all over it, then handed it in.
This test smells. That's amazing.
Yeah.
How haven't more kids done that? That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's
And then,
fucked up.
Um,
I put a thumbtack on a teacher's seat once, and she has such a fat ass she didn't even feel it. I felt really bad. I got paranoid, and I went back up there and I took it off.
that's so funny.
I have it in me, but then I'm like, oh no, I don't, because she was always trying to get me suspended because I was doing videos, because we do Spanish videos, like scenes, and I was always putting like firecrackers and knives and guns in it because I thought I was funny, and she'd send me to the dean and say, try to suspend me, and the dean was cool. He's like, I don't see nothing wrong with this, and he just gave me a detention.
That's great.
But then she was always trying to like maximize my sentence.
One time
Miss Lopez.
One time in high school, I during metalwork class, I was just I didn't want to actually do any like the technical stuff. I just wanted to make knives. So I was just on the grinder, just grinding a fucking prison shank. Right, I just cut this piece of metal like this, and it's just grinding like a double edged, just little mini sword. not for any reason. I just like knives, you know? So I like grinded the sword and got electrical tape and just like made this like fucking nice.
That's what I mean.
Knife,
Like, I know
right?
Abby, he's a nice guy, but listening to this story, he sounds like a murderous killer. It's like, no, we just like knives. I
just
got
like
'em right here.
knives, yeah.
I just like this.
And so while I'm grinding it, right, you can get in a lot of trouble for doing this. While I'm grinding this, my metalwork teacher walks up to me and goes, Abby! And I go, fuck. And he goes, safety glasses. And I go, oh, shit. Yeah, sorry. And I just put
You
safety
hold the knife
glasses
up. Got
on.
it, boss.
I go, oh, yeah, it's all right. Put safety glasses on and then finished it, right? Metalwork was first period. Second period, me and my friends skipped class to go to the mall. And we're at the mall just fucking dicking around, being kids, not being at school. And I decided to shoplift some candy at the superstore, you know? So I shoplift some candy, and the people there had been watching us walk in, a bunch of kids dressed like fucking idiots. Anyways, we get arrested. They put us in this cell. Cop comes, and he starts patting us down. I don't know, to make sure we didn't steal more stuff. And he goes, is there anything I should know about? And I realized that I had that shank that I made at first period.
Oh, no.
And I was like, oh, I found this on the SkyTrain. And he's like, what the fuck? Like, you know, it was the perfect storm of just looking like such a bad kid. Just
Yeah.
arrested for shoplifting, prison shank, the whole thing. Parents came, got in a lot of trouble.
You should have just dropped it.
Yeah.
Clank, clank, clank. Well, I didn't do it. No.
Yeah.
Wait, I totally forgot to tell one more story. So my more enjoyable moments in life is witnessing people step in shit and fall.
Yeah.
And like, just like at a concert where they have those, you know, electrical outlet humps, and you just see every drunk trip over it. I'll just watch that and not the concert and have more fun. But one time I was with my good buddy Shahab Naheed, and I always do first and last names, but I love him. It doesn't matter. I'm not talking shit, so who gives a fuck? But we're at this concert, and I think it was like Violent Femmes and Billy Idol or some shit. And we seen this one big fucking, like, big dude, you know, I don't know, 300, but like solid, you know, just big, like looks like he played football and then just kept drinking and eating hot dogs, you know? Right. And there's these long steps slope down, and we just see this motherfucker like start to gain momentum and almost fall, but not falling, and running and trying not to fall, but down steps. Like a long slope of steps, not steep. It was like a concert venue steps, you know? And then he finally fucking flops, and we're just watching him. We're dying, and he lands on his chest and stomach. Face hits the ground, and his toes like come behind him like a scorpion stinger, you know, and like almost touches his shoulders. He just, because there's so much momentum and weight, and just basically rolls into a C, and like, dude, like his toes almost touched his fucking shoulder, and we just lost it. It was one of the funniest visual falls I've ever seen in my life. And it was right in front of me, and it was real life. And then this is where it gets even better. So he eats shit, and he gets up, and it's just like it's a scene from a movie. He's like, oh, you know, he's like discombobulated. Then he goes down the steps, and he goes to a fucking area. I almost gave away. And then he comes back, and of course, what does he have in his hand? Besides 2 fucking big gulp cups of beer. He went to the beer garden and got like 2, you know, the concert beers. It's like 32 ounces. It's a fucking big gulp. And he's walking back like this with a beer in each hand and just trying to make it up the stairs. And we're just fucking laughing. We're like, of course, the guy that slams his skull against the concrete and breaks his spinal cord.
Oh my God.
Fucking comes back with 2 tall fucking big gulps of beer, and it's just like this, like, and it just laughed.
Oh
and
my
fucking laughed
God.
at this guy.
Dude, there was this homeless guy. I haven't seen him in a bit, but he basically slept outside my apartment building for the last 6 years, just like on our block. I think his name's Clarence, something like Clarence or something. Anyways,
Is he buff?
no,
I know
no,
a buff Clarence.
No, homeless guy. Not many buff homeless guys. He's amazing. He's like very skinny and has a big gut.
I like your face, though. No, homeless guy.
Yeah. Very skinny, has a big gut. He's drinking like Colt 45s all day. and I've probably seen that guy shit off of the sidewalk into the gutter 200 times.
It's a good neighbor.
I just walk past him and I just go, oh, yep, there's Clarence. Just fucking, just tatted up clothes, just squatted. I just see shit flying out of his butt.
Oh,
and other
man.
people just walking by, and I go, yep, just another day on Fairfax, bro.
Just Clarence fertilizing this concrete there.
Yeah. I haven't seen him in a while. I hope he's okay, because I used to see him every day. I used to, like, on my way home from work, I'd always feed him cigarettes. I'd always just leave him in this little spot, and
Yeah.
he know like a squirrel. And I'd on my way home, I'd just
That's so sweet
I'd
of
open
you.
a fresh pack of cigarettes and just tuck 3 cigarettes in the same spot, and he always knew where to find them.
That's very nice of you. He shits on your front porch, and you give him cigarettes.
Yep.
You're a nice
I used to
dude.
give him alcohol.
I've given homeless dudes alcohol, and it's not a good thing, but it does make them happy.
Does make them happy.
Because I would always have
I
like
do
this,
it only on like Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Well, I'll give them the shit I didn't want. Like I'd have a party and someone would bring
Right.
over Midori or strawberry vanilla vodka. And it's like, oh, I'm gonna drink this bullshit, and then I go give it to a homeless dude, and then I would see them shit face
Yeah.
afterwards doing bad activities that I was like, oh, I fucked
Yeah, you're
up.
responsible.
I
One-
fucked up.
One time I'm at Rite Aid, and this homeless guy in a wheelchair is like at the beer cooler, and I'm grabbing something out of it, and he goes, "Hey, can you have me one of those 40s on the top shelf?" And I go, "Yeah, of course." And I hand it down to him, and he just stuffs it in his jacket, and he goes, "One more." And I go,
like,
"All right." So I
"Alright."
grab it and I hand it to him, stuffs it in his jacket, and he goes, "Ha ha, we did it, kid." And I go, "Bro, why'd you bring me into
Yeah,
this,
like, I
dog?"
didn't
And
want-
I just walk away.
I don't want to be a part of this robbery, sir. I
Yeah.
don't know you.
So funny.
One time I gave a bunch of homeless people ecstasy. Did I tell this story?
I don't think so.
Oh man, I was high on acid with one of my good buddies, and we were in Venice Circle, you know, where there's a lot of activity down there. You know, homeless persons, drug addicts, skaters, all this very vibrant epicenter for fun. Anyways, we're on acid, and my buddy, he's a drug dealer, you know, and he had a bunch of ecstasy tablets in a napkin he was going to sell or take, or I don't fucking know. But when you're on acid and you see the police is like the goddamn devil, you know? You just see them, you're like, no. And they don't know we're on acid. They don't even know. We're just 2 kids in a fucking area where there's 300 fucking kids. It's not a big deal. But when you're on acid, they're the devil, and they know everything, and they know what's in your pocket, but they don't. So my buddy panics, and he throws a napkin on the ground once we see the cops that are like 80, 100 feet away, not even fucking looking at us. Like I said, fear, paranoia. And so I go, "What was that?" And he goes, "It was ecstasy in a napkin." I was like, "Oh, drugs." So I pick it up immediately. And then the same fucking shit happens to me. Even though the cops are not after us, I start seeing them getting paranoid. And then I feel like there's a fucking beeping alarm of drugs notifying the police about the drugs in my pocket. And right as I'm about to throw them away, we're walking by all these homeless dudes. And the one dude said, "Do you got any money?" And I said, "No, but I have drugs. You want some?" And of course he said yes. He puts his hand out, and I put an fucking M&M. I put an ecstasy in there, and he ate it immediately like an M&M. He just went, just like it wasn't even, what is this? What, you know, it could have been a fucking shit rock. And he just literally, I put it in a nanosecond. And then all his buddies saw, and then I always just had this napkin of so much more. And I was like, "You guys want some too?" And then they put their hands out, and I was just handing out ecstasy, like fucking communion at church, you know? And then, yeah, they were just dancing and having a good night. And I used to tell that story on stage, and I should probably bring it back because it's pretty fucking funny that I gave like 9-10 homeless dudes ecstasy and absolutely made their universe that
It's like
night.
a bunch of pigeons, and you're like,
Yeah.
dude, I was walking home from the comedy store the other day, and I look on the ground, and I saw like a fucking big bag of crack, dude. Like on the ground, and it was like had exploded all over the ground. It was like had to have been like a fistful of crack.
That's so much money.
Yeah, and I saw this homeless guy. As I'm walking past this homeless guy's on his bike, he sees it and fucking skids and it's just like looks at me and I go, "Oh, you, bro," and I just keep walking. He just grabs it and it's like had like spilled onto the ground too. It's open and
Yeah. Oh, he don't give a fuck. He's smoking gravel tonight, baby.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's funny. Drugs, man. Don't do them. Don't do them. Don't give them
There's
to
a lot of
homeless
crack.
people.
It was
Hey, I made their
hundreds
night.
and hundreds
for the
of
night.
dollars worth of crack.
I ain't gonna lie. They're fucking rubbing their head on concrete. It felt good that evening, at least. I know it's not the right thing. That's why I'm sober now. But you know, sometimes you just gotta give drugs away for free to homeless people because they're right there, and you're gonna throw them away anyways. No need to waste. The toilet doesn't need them. But Bob, the homeless guy, he does. Oh, man.
Fuck, I gotta go to work.
Okay. All right, everybody. This is Community Service with Craig Conant. My guest is Abby Roberge.
Thanks, guys. Follow me on social media at ABBYROBERGE. There's no E in my name.
And don't give drugs to homeless people. But if you do, don't feel too bad about it because life goes on. I love you all. Good night.
Bye.